By the end of this video, you'll know how to run the most efficient and effective daily scrum for your team. First off, let's define both terms, especially the difference between efficiency and effectiveness. In simple terms, effectiveness is doing the right things, while efficiency is doing things right. A lot of companies starting their Agile journey are being sold the idea that Agile is all about efficiency. Yeah, efficiency, utilizing your resources at 100%, ensuring that people are working around the clock. Optimizing the processes, optimizing the way we communicate, all of this with the idea that we deliver faster. But sorry to say, Agile is way more focused on effectiveness. Yeah, doing the right things instead of doing things right. Doing the right things meaning maximizing value, ensuring that we are working on the right things, ensuring that we are producing quality products, valuable products that customers will love. Again, the goal of this video is to ensure that your daily scrums are effective. Yeah, effective first, that you are doing the right things. And once you have the right things in check, you can start working on optimizing the process, making the process more efficient, meaning doing things right. Let's quickly talk about the daily scrum. What is the daily scrum? Every single day the team will meet same time, same place for 15 minutes to synchronize their work, keep each other updated. It's basically, in simple terms, a planning meeting. It's not a status meeting. Many people believe it's a status meeting. No, it's a planning meeting, planning session for the day where the team, the developers of the team will talk together to build a plan for the day to get closer to the sprint goal. Yeah, how can we progress towards the sprint goal? Anything blocking us? How can we help each other to progress towards the sprint goal? It's a meeting for the developers by the developers. The Scrum Master, both the Scrum Master and the product owner can attend the meeting, but they are not required to attend the meeting. Again, it's a meeting for the developers to talk about the planning. They are planning for the day to get closer to the sprint goal. How can we progress towards the sprint goal? Now, in order to ensure that we run an effective daily scrum, let's go through what an ineffective daily scrum looks like, what you shouldn't be doing in your daily scrum. Starting with a start time. What time do you start the daily scrum? It's recommended that you do the daily scrum same time, same place, every single day. Do you do that? Or sometimes do you start at 9 a.m., 9:15, 9:20, 9:30, or when everyone arrives at the office, or when everyone feels like doing the daily scrum. And some teams, they have a start time for the daily scrum. It's in their calendar. 9:15, they start it every single day, but people are late. Everyone is late to the meeting, and we can't start the meeting if everyone doesn't join. Come on. This is not acceptable behavior. We are professionals and we should act and be treated as professionals. We should be respecting and trusting each other to be on time. So the first thing you need to do, if this happens in your team, working agreement. Put it in the working agreement. What time should we start the daily scrum every single day? Find a time which is convenient for everyone. And once everyone agrees on a start time, they should be accountable and responsible to meet that start time. If they can't join on time, sometimes it happens that someone is blocked in another meeting or is late coming to the office. That's normal. Send a quick message to say that you'll be late to the daily scrum. But in most cases, everyone should be on time to respect each other in order to run an effective daily scrum. Again, it's a planning session for the developers by the developers. It's their session. They should ensure that everyone is on time. Keep each other accountable. It's their session. It's not a session of a product owner or a Scrum Master. No, it's their session. They should use it. And they should be working continuously to make it more efficient and effective, starting with being on time. That's the bare minimum. Next, the content. What do you talk about in the meeting? Here you have a few options. Some people like using the classic 3 questions. What did I do yesterday? What will I do today? Anything blocking me, preventing me from achieving my goal for the day? Each one of the team members, each one of the developers can give their update, answering the 3 questions and ensuring that they are just reporting and planning together. Not solutioning. We are not here to spend 15 minutes talking about the user story on how to do it. No, you can do that after the meeting. If you spot someone going into solutioning, just stop the meeting, stop the conversation, kindly tell them to solution after the daily scrum. Not in the daily scrum. We need to be respectful of the time of each other. Report only, work together to plan the day, but don't solution. You can solution after the daily scrum. And even the classic 3 questions can be optimized. Remember, effectiveness, we want to do the right things. What is the right thing? What is the right thing for the sprint, for the daily scrum? Progressing towards the sprint goal, completing the sprint goal by the end of the sprint. So bring the focus towards the sprint goal. What did I do yesterday to get me closer to the sprint goal? What will I do today to get me closer to the sprint goal? Any impediments, anything blocking me, preventing me from progressing towards the sprint goal? You see, simple rephrasing, but you're bringing the focus back on what's important, doing the right things. The sprint goal, that's effectiveness. Next is preparedness, very underrated but extremely important part of a daily scrum. Developers need to come prepared to the meeting, know exactly how they will answer the 3 questions if you're using the classic 3 questions to run your daily scrum, especially the last question, impediments. What's preventing them from progressing towards the sprint goal? Know exactly how you will answer this question. And talking about impediments, most people report impediments when they already happened. No, don't do that. Come prepared to the meeting. Think about the future. What can block you also in the future, or what can slow you down in the future and prevent that? Talk about that in the daily scrum. How can we be proactive to identify these impediments that might be coming in the future? That's what efficiency and effectiveness is all about. If you don't like using the classic 3 questions, you can also use the walk the board method. Watch this video for more details, but in simple terms, we are removing the focus from people and bringing the focus back to work. We are managing the work instead of people. Watch this video for more details. So the crucial part that you need to understand here, that you need to come prepared to the meeting and also pay attention. It's not a presentation that everyone is doing. No, we need to be asking questions. We need to be suggesting things. We need to be working together to plan the day. And to do that, you need to pay attention. Most people, especially when working online, they are checking their email. They are coding. They are doing other stuff. They are not paying attention to what other people are doing. That's not effective, that's not efficient. Again, meeting for the developers, by the developers. If you feel that the meeting is not valuable enough, change it, optimize it. Don't just sit around and do nothing and not pay attention. That's not what Agile is about. That's not what Scrum is about. Talk about that in the next sprint retrospective. I feel that the daily Scrum is not optimized enough. I'm wasting my time in the daily Scrum. I don't feel that the daily Scrum is valuable enough. We are not using the daily Scrum correctly. Talk about that in the next sprint retrospective and find a way to optimize it together. It's your session. I'm not here to tell you how to run your session. I'm just suggesting ways in order to make it more efficient and effective for you. But at the end of the day, it's your session. You optimize it. If you really care about the team, if you really care about producing valuable products for the customers, you should be optimizing each and everything that you do at work. Stop complaining. Take action. Stop saying that the daily Scrum is a waste of time or not valuable. Start taking action. Stop complaining. The Scrum framework is built so that you can take this action, so that you can change, inspect, adapt it, work together to make it more efficient and effective, because it's your meeting. Which brings me to my next point. If you want more tips, insights on Agile, Scrum, personal growth, click on the video that stands out the most on the screen right now, and I'll see you in a few seconds.